Tug, 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 tug. Tug, 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 tug. 2:30 in the afternoon. It's windy here in Adelaide. We're on the way in just a moment to Port Lincoln. It's a 6.5 hour journey. I don't know how many bloody miles or kilometres it is. And here's the man himself, look, he's ready. Where is he? There he is, says right. He's going to join us for the rest of this trip. Are you excited?
Hell yes.
For the Port Lincoln journey?
Shark diving.
No, we can't give that away this early, that's a surprise.
Oops.
All sorts of stuff, shark diving and all sorts of stuff. You're going to drive most of the way tonight, because I am knackered after driving nearly 1,300 kilometres in 2 days. Anyway, enough of this nonsense, let's get in the car and go.
Let's do it.
Just filled up
Triple M's
at the servo, $32. That should, in theory, get us all the way to Port Lincoln. In fact, we're staying about 40 minutes north of Port Lincoln tonight. In Port Lincoln tonight, like I said in my previous video, fireworks, pew! To celebrate Tuna Fest. I've been doing my research on Tuna Fest,
Yeah,
by
good.
the way.
Tell me about it.
10 kilograms is the tuna. It's a rubber tuna. There are heats in men's, women's, juniors and children.
Is there a wild card?
I don't know about what, if there is, what we're going to enter, right? Do you know what the children throw on the Tuna Fest?
No.
They throw prawns. So instead of
Makes
having a 10
sense.
kilogram tuna, they have prawns.
Chucking a shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, exactly. That old adage that I've heard a lot since I've been here. 63 years old, the Tuna Fest, and it actually has been cancelled the past 2 years, so this is the first year that the Tuna Fest is back.
We're bringing it back, baby.
We're bringing it back at Tuna Fest, so good. Right, we'll see sights and sounds along the way, and we'll have some crazy Australian adages too. Anything to add to the video while we're filming?
Let's go.
Right, get me there safe, please. 295 kilometres, we've just seen the sign for that. That's nothing.
Bugger all.
Last time I went on a road trip with you, we went to the Flinders Ranges.
Yeah.
Which
Took
was
a couple of hours.
Yeah, 6 hours maybe in the Outback, but we were cocking about a bit on the way there, stopping and this sort of thing. So previously, when we went to Flinders Ranges, which is 155k, I was like, oh my god, this is mental. And now, after all the driving I've done over the past 3 or 4 days, I've gone 295k. It's fine. Set the limiter and away you go.
Crazy.
So, what do you reckon that's going to take you? What was 6 hours?
Just over 6 hours. We'll stop in Port Augusta and switch over there, I reckon.
Yep.
Do a U-turn, and then it's going to be your turn.
Come back, and then it'll be me. Right, tell me the plan. Where are we going?
So we're about 5k's out of Port Wakefield. That's an hour north of Adelaide. We've driven for an hour so far.
We've just been through Dublin.
Hasn't felt like it because we've been chatting the whole way.
Last time I went to Dublin, it wasn't next to Wakefield.
Oh yeah, true.
So Port Wakefield.
Port Wakefield. Another hour north will take us to Port Pirie. Another hour north of that will take us to Port Augusta, which is probably going to be the end of my stint driving.
Yep.
That's okay.
So that's 3 hours.
It's 3 hours.
From what I've seen on the map, we're next to like another peninsula.
Yeah, that's beautiful as well. Your peninsula is over yonder. We're going
That's a good linkage word. I like it.
We're going straight past your peninsula and going over to the Eyre Peninsula.
Okay.
That's where we'll be going. York's is beautiful as well, and probably a much closer drive that basically shows us the same things. But they do not have the Tunarama festival, so Port Lincoln it is.
And that's it. So we're actually going on a trip to do the Tunarama festival, which we've discussed. Shark diving, which you let slip in the intro, which we will talk about.
We'll fix that in post.
You'll fix it in post, and loads of other things, and basically where the world takes us, which is what I've been doing. For those of you that don't know, Ryan is he's not my oldest friend, but he's my bestest friend in the world, so much so that he moved to the other side of the world to get away from me. When we were, what, 16, 17?
Yeah, just about.
You've been Aussie more than you are British.
And you hate that.
I don't hate that. I did hate that. I did hate that for a very long time. And now I've come to sweet terms with it. You obviously live out in Adelaide, and you're an Australian citizen now.
I remember ringing your doorbell, coming to visit you in Boston for the first time since moving out here. And when I said hello, and you heard it in this accent, you basically shut the door on me.
Get out of here. Who is this guy? Try again. So you are now Australian. I've accepted that because you've lived out here more than you did in the UK. But
What's upsetting now as well is the laws changed in the UK recently, and because I don't have a British passport anymore, because I didn't renew it, I now have to pay to enter the UK.
Yeah, you're not allowed to get out.
Yes.
So you are from Boston, really. We were born in the same hospital, and we lived in the same town most of our childhood.
Yeah.
And part of this, we're entering Port Wakefield, by the way, is us going to this peninsula because there's lots of Lincolnshire places.
Yeah.
Right. There's a place called Boston, which we're clearly going to visit. There's a Spilsby. There's a Sleaford, I think. There's all sorts of stuff. And there is a Lincoln, obviously. Anywhere else Lincolnshire on our trip?
Louth, is that in Lincolnshire?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Louth.
There's a Louth as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good. So
Are we going to Peterborough as well?
is it on the way?
I don't think it is.
Although that is Cambridgeshire, to be fair.
Yeah, I know. I never. It's got a special place for you.
I've already been to Peterborough.
I haven't.
There's two Peterboroughs, and I didn't get stabbed in well, I haven't been stabbed in the first one, so as long as I don't get stabbed in the second one, we're okay.
So far, so good.
Have you been to this part of the world before?
Yeah, briefly, but I haven't fully explored it, so I'm quite excited to make the most of it.
As I said in my video yesterday, or earlier, for me, this is your holiday. So this is your vacation.
Yeah, I'm on annual leave now.
You're on leave. So what's your plan for this holiday? What are you trying to get out of it? Apart from drinking a lot of beer.
Yeah, well, I'm on holiday and it's already 3:30 and we haven't had a single beer yet, so I'm a bit upset about that. I just want us to be able to relax, to see some amazing, beautiful sights and scenery, and just have a lovely time like we did in Scotland.
Yes, absolutely. We didn't vlog that though.
We have to go back.
Rightly so, because you would have been very angry about the fact that I ditched the camper van. Cool, okay. Well, I'll show you some of the roads in Port Wakefield.
We're just leaving Port Wakefield.
There
now.
it is.
We've just...
Check out the old Holden next to us as well, the V8. So that is the road through Port Wakefield. Pretty much most of what I've been seeing for my journey. Good. Ryan, I've just seen Nessie in like a lake. Tell me about that, please.
We just drove through the town of Loch, which is named after Loch Ness monster. I'm making this up. But it's in the pink lake. There's another little one right there. See it?
Oh yeah. Is it out of tyres?
Yeah, I think so.
Fair enough. So next to us is a place called the Pink Lake. We're going to stop and see that on the way back because we're driving 6 hours tonight and it's sort of 4 o'clock and we want to make tracks and get to where we're going tonight. So on the way back, coming back, we will stop and do the sights of, I don't know, what's this called? What's this road called?
This is the Port Augusta Highway.
Port Augusta Highway, there you go. The lake doesn't look very pink.
There's not much lake left either. I think it's the middle of summer.
It's all white.
Yeah.
It's salt, right?
It's salt, yeah. So it'll be like salt that you walk on.
I saw similar
Salt flats.
On the way to Kingston, like Lake Phillip or whatever. It was just gone.
There was no water.
Nothing. Yeah.
It's been remarkably hot since you've been here. You know that, remember? Last time you came, you were not as. It was not like this.
Last time I came, it was cold. It was raining.
Yeah.
So 155 kilometres down, kind of. We're in the Flinders Ranges. Hooray! What time is it? 4:30. That's good going. Don't worry though, still a long way to go. You've smashed a whole bag of popcorn.
I did, yeah.
Was it sweet and salty popcorn?
It was sweet and salty.
Are you now suffering?
We need to stop for water at some point.
Yeah, fine. I've got water in the back. I've been trying to stay hydrated and quote the modest pelican for most of my journey because I've bloated a little bit by eating lots of salty crap food. I have eaten so many pies.
Yeah, good.
So many pies. And you'll be proud of me, I did pie drive-through.
Oh, you did?
Yesterday.
Well done.
Guess what pie I had?
Curry beef.
Oh no, terrible. I did look at the the one with pineapple in. I don't know. Yeah, it was like the pie of the week or something. It got pineapple in. It sounded great. It was like Hawaiian pie.
It's going to be very divisive.
Yeah, no. Comment down below. Pineapple in a pie? Yes or no? Are you yes for pineapple?
absolutely no. And unsubscribe if you did.
Don't hurt my channel. Good. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh yeah, stop for water. So I've been trying to stay hydrated because of the amount of pies I eat.
We take it right here. We go to Crystal Brook, which, ironically enough, is would be my stripper name if I became a stripper.
What is your stripper name?
Crystal Brook.
Do you know what my drag name is? Large Donna. No salad.
You were talking earlier about how when you drove back over the last couple of days, but drove back to South Australia, that you hadn't really driven through the Outback.
Correct.
And I wanted to ask you about that. What do you think we're driving through at the moment?
Well, you're going to tell me this is the Outback. Is that what you're going to say?
Absolutely. Can you show the viewers where we are?
Can I show the viewers? Yes, take a look at this.
If this isn't the Outback, I don't know what is. I think John was expecting to be on a dirt road with Uluru on one side and a kangaroo on the other side.
Hang on a minute. Now, I can't hear any didgeridoo.
But there is definitely mountains on the right with nothing between here and there except dirt. And there's probably many dead kangaroos and live kangaroos on the left. So I don't see what more you could expect from the Outback other than being on a cattle station in the middle of nowhere.
The mountains on our right are the Flinders Ranges.
That's right.
Yeah. Volcanic formation or ice age formation.
Yeah, could be.
Could be. My tour guide doesn't know. Yeah, I suppose stereotypically when I picture the Outback, it is red earth. It is miles and miles of nothing. Maybe a kangaroo or two.
We have driven through a lot of red earth already. There has been, what, 250 kilometres of nothing so far?
So, hey, I'm okay to say this is the Outback, but if I was to post a picture like this on, let's say, Facebook now and say I'm in the Outback, people would genuinely say, no, you're not in the Outback, you're on a main road.
Yeah. Well, I suppose when I moved to Australia and I started to go to school in Australia, I didn't ride a kangaroo to school. That upset you greatly as well.
Is that not a thing?
I think a lot of the stereotypes that you might have of Australia are not necessarily bad, in fact.
You mean your teacher wasn't a koala with little glasses and a little pointy stick?
I didn't ride the kangaroo, I rode in its pouch.
Okay, so this is the Outback. We're in the Outback on the way to Port Augusta. We're just talking about what we're going to be doing in... what's this place called?
Port Lincoln.
No, but what's the actual place called?
Tuna Fest?
Peninsula.
Oh, Eyre Peninsula.
Eyre Peninsula, that's it. So we're in now Port Germein?
Germein.
Port Germein. It's spelled German.
It's not. It's spelled Germein, which is a city in France.
Okay. Which is very different to German.
It's pronounced Germain. Like there was a treaty of Saint-Germain.
You mean the Treaty of Saint Germain?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we're in the...
We'll fix it in post.
Port Lincoln area, is that going to be your catchphrase? Fix it in post? Fix it in post t-shirts.
For all the blunders that you make.
Oh yeah, Port Germein, yeah. We've got the jetty there and the Heritage Project as well. Look at that sign. In Port Lincoln, we've just discussed our sort of itinerary. What is the itinerary? Rough itinerary, please.
We've got 2 days of the Tunarama festival, which probably won't take 2 days of enjoyment.
It'll be 10
for
minutes,
us.
like
Yeah,
100%.
It's a country fair. It's a country show. You can have those back in the old country.
There'll be us going to... This will be what happens. We go first thing tomorrow, nice and bright and early. We stand with our beers. We watch two guys throw a tuna and go, yep, that's that done.
Yeah.
Pub?
Indeed. Well, I was just discussing how I was looking at Hotel Boston and it looks incredible. Looks like it's got amazing views, great beers, a lot of oysters and a lot of really good food there, live music, so it should be a good place to chill out on a Saturday arvo or a Sunday arvo.
How much have you been paid by Hotel Boston to put that in the video?
I've actually been paid by Boston City Council.
Boston City Council. The Mayor of Boston. No, so chill out tonight. Tomorrow, obviously Saturday. Explore a bit. See what the Eyre Peninsula has to offer.
Well, tomorrow, because tonight we're not staying in Port Lincoln.
No.
We're staying in Tumby Bay. Tumby Bay is 40 minutes north of Port Lincoln, so given that we're driving a lot today, you've already driven a lot today, I've driven a little bit today, but there's a lot more driving to go.
I want more driving.
There's at least 4 more hours of driving from now. I imagine we're going to be fucked by the time we get to the hotel
Fix it
tonight.
post.
Yeah, just bleep that out. And we'll probably sleep in and not make it to the Tunarama until midday, I would say.
I'm okay with that.
I would say we'll probably just chill
Grab a
in
coffee,
Tumby Bay
chill.
for a bit in the morning.
See what Tumby Bay has to offer. Stand there with that beer, go, yep, that's Tumby Bay.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be nothing.
I think this video is going to be you standing with a beer going, yep, that's that done.
That's good.
And we'll be home by Tuesday afternoon. So Sunday, chilling out, enjoying the weather. The weather gives good, right?
Weather is great the whole trip home there.
Swimming in the ocean.
Yeah.
Is there going to be any reef to see? Any fish?
I don't know. I've never really properly explored it down here. A lot of it's good area for fishing. And it's a good area for rock pools and beaches and stuff.
Okay.
So, we'll have to find out together.
Things I need to watch out for in the ocean?
Just white pointers.
The sharks?
Yeah, grey whites.
Great white sharks. Any octopuses?
Don't think so.
Jellyfishes?
Even if there were octopus, you wouldn't see them before they stung you and killed you.
And
So don't worry about it.
Okay, fine, fair enough. We'll see what we can
No
see.
point worry about things you can't control.
Yeah.
That's something we've learned from 2025. I don't know.
Absolutely, that's the takeaway from 2025. Good, and then Monday
we are. Are you telling?
You can tell
Are you
people.
telling the good people?
Tell people.
Monday we're going cage diving with sharks.
Yes, and sea lions.
Yep, they're not in cages.
They're not in cages.
No.
So you booked this on behalf of both of us. It's a full day experience, 12 hours.
12 hours, yeah, because I think they take you out about 3 hours on the boat. So it's not, even though you go from Port Lincoln, the sharks aren't like at the jetty of Port Lincoln. They're like a many hour little boat ride away into a feeding spot that they have somewhere off some island in the ocean.
So the day is looking like you get up, we have some brekkie, go out on the boat, enjoy the views from the boat, get some sun.
The view should be amazing on the boat actually, that should be a really lovely day.
And then go swimming with sea lions in a cove or in a pool.
I don't know. Sorry, I've got nothing for you.
We're going swimming with sea lions. Don't know how close we're going to get to sea lions. I might be able to hug a sea lion. I might be going, oh look, in the distance there's a sea lion.
As long as there's no BYD sharks around.
BYD Shark 6. We're okay with Shark 1 to 5. Who will be safe from the BYD Shark 6?
That was a little throwback for you.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like how you're bringing that to junkyard cars. The sea lions? Are they going to be safe from the BYDs?
Yeah, that's the joke that I was made. You're trying to make it again.
Yeah. Nice. So we're going to see the sea lions. We've got a GoPro that we're going to be able to hopefully bring you sea lion footage. And I don't know.
Hopefully there's no BYD sharks around. How many times can we both try and make the same joke? We're just fighting for who is going to get to say that line in the final fucking video.
Oh dear. I really hope that they take
Anyway, when we go shark diving, are there going to be any sea lions around or any BYD sharks?
Are you sitting in the passenger seat or the driver's seat for the shark diving?
Shark diving? I didn't know that BYD was amphibious.
It's electric, right? It doesn't mix. It doesn't make sense. How many Chinese EVs are we getting through in this trip? Sea lions, please. So we've got a GoPro. We'll be able to bring you footage, hopefully, of the sea lions and hopefully of Ryan's rippling body and my ripply body from under the water, and then shark diving in the cave. We don't really know too much about it. I don't know if I'm going to have a breather on or a mask or a tank or how many people are going to be in the cage, like who we're sacrificing to the sharks first.
I'll go first. checking it out, seeing how they do things, and then maybe take a tour of the different farms they have, and then it includes a dozen oysters for us as well.
Eating some oysters. I've never eaten an oyster in my life. Have you?
Yeah, tons.
Shucks. That's an oyster joke for you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Let's hope there's no BYD oysters about. Do we shuck
You
them
miss 100% of the shots you take, don't you?
Do we shuck the oysters ourselves, or...?
Yeah, they probably give you a knife you can chuck it with if you really want.
I'm definitely going to be slicing my hand open on camera.
I don't think it's like a sharp knife, it's just, you pry it open.
Fine. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing the oyster farm. You said they give you a dozen oysters.
Yeah, that's 12.
Is that a dozen each?
Yeah, doesn't it?
Ah, so if I don't like the first one,
I know, yeah.
you're going to be eating...
I'm basically getting 2 dozen oysters, which I'm more than happy with.
23 oysters.
Yeah. I thought about, should I just get a dozen and then not include a dozen for John's because it was a little cheaper. So no, if John doesn't like them, I'll just eat 23.
Okay.
Deal.
Are they expensive thing, oysters?
In a restaurant, yeah, they're like $3 to $5 each.
Okay. I'm guessing
I've never eaten oysters
No,
before.
never had them before.
All of the restaurants in Boston, none of them serve oysters.
Well, obviously I've been to seafood restaurants that have oysters, such as when I was in Mexico, they had a massive seafood night and they had oysters, but it's the fear of the unknown a little bit, and I didn't really know how to open it or eat it or what to have it with.
You're a real big pussy, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't want to disappoint the oyster.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fear of the unknown. Look at me grow up. Just try new food.
Well, I'm going to be doing.
I know, but under duress. Under something. Look, Mount Remarkable. Right next to Mount Disappointment.
Mount Remarkable.
And Mount Disappointment's over that way.
Mount Remarkable National Park.
I have climbed Mount Remarkable.
Was it remarkable?
I mean, I'm telling you now, if that's not a remarkable on it, I don't know what is. It's the first time I've remarked on it.
How many BYD sharks did you see? These are a long way from the ocean.
See if we can ruin every single piece of footage that you make by making the same shit joke in the middle of it. Well, all of this is unusable. Either Ryan or John or both of us.
None of this is
talking
usable.
about BYD sharks.
If we see a BYD dealership, can we go shark spotting, please?
Yeah.
Because they actually have dolphins as well.
You gotta go in a cage though. A roll cage.
Yeah, exactly. But we've effectively been going north.
The proper driver.
For 3 hours, sort of up the peninsula, away from Adelaide. Now we're going, well, back down again, avoiding the York Peninsula. Hey, I'm learning. Every time we see a BYD shark, it's the BYD shark alarm.
It's the shark gone.
Oh, have we mirrored the screen?
Your turn, baby.
It's my turn to drive. We are officially in the Eyre Peninsula.
That's right.
I can feel it coming in the air. No? Okay, fine. 2 hours away, 239 kilometres.
How many kilometres have you driven today?
Oh, I don't, do you want to know? About 900 kilometres.
So far, so good.
That's good. And I've not crashed yet. That rattle, by the way, it's back. The wiper rattle is back, ladies and gentlemen. Is it doing your nut in as well?
It is driving me crazy.
It's really annoying, isn't it? So the
I don't think it's the wiper blades.
I promise you it is. As somebody, I know you just said that to get on my tits, but as somebody who has driven 4,388 kilometres in Sharon the Suzuki, it absolutely is.
I think it's this dock.
You're a dog. What are we going to see for the next 2 hours, please?
Just more of nothing.
Ryan has brought us to the most deserted place in the entirety of Australia today. We've driven through this entire town. All the pubs are closed. It's a Friday evening. There's nobody. Like, where is everyone?
I don't know.
And just to clarify, we've not come to the arse end of nowhere. We've come to Whyalla, which has got, I'm guessing, a Woolworths and a Harvey Norman and all sorts of stuff.
Probably got a Toyota dealership.
Well, if they've got a Toyota dealership.
The true mark of civilization.
I like how you've been watching the channel, right? That's good.
You actually haven't uploaded these videos yet.
Right, so we're going to go and see if we can find...
you're going the wrong way.
Oh, there's someone here.
Two people, where are they going or coming from?
Oh, this is what's wrong. They're still building the place. At least the Sea Rescue Squadron is here.
This is not the way.
I'm going to drive up the jetty, hopefully.
Ground jetty.
What the hell is...
Whyalla famous for its not straight jetty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a big round jetty.
A big round jetty?
Yeah.
No, I can't drive on it.
That's not a jetty, that's the steelworks, you know.
Ah, a big ship. There it is.
Where are we going?
Whyalla is so boring that even the seagulls have just given up for the night.
Yeah, no one's got any chips.
Well, there's no one to annoy here.
Let's take a break, lads. Right, this seems like the pub that has the Pokies in. That's where everyone will be.
That's where everyone will be, at the Pokies.
Doing the meat raffle.
For those, the meat raffle,
Yeah.
is that a thing at the Pokies?
Meat raffle's not the Pokies, meat raffle's a thing at the local pub. On a Friday they do a meat raffle.
Can you explain to the good people what the Pokies are, please?
Pokies, they're the free machines. They're poker machines, that's what it's short for, poker machines. Gambling machines in pubs were only brought into Australia more recently than what they were in the UK. And I guess because they resembled card games, because they had kings and queens and numbers on them, on the reels.
Okay. I can't see that.
They're called poker machines, yeah.
So there's no bookies really here in Australia?
No, because you can gamble in the pubs. Let's do some of that.
Yeah.
You got cash on you still?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm not taking this right with the next one.
Okay. I am gambling my divorce settlement. The less cash I've got, the better it is.
Liquid, baby.
For me.
That's why you're here, isn't it?
Yeah, buying real estate. The BYD Sharks. Did you know I could buy a brand new JQ J5 or whatever it is here for 16,000 English pounds?
I don't know.
Because of the conversion rate.
Yeah, is that good or bad?
It's fantastic. 16 grand for a brand new car. 14 area.
No, I was wrong.
I know. Thanks for admitting it.
Human after all.
At least it's a Nissan Micra.
Taking the next left here, in fact. No?
Oh.
Is that, yes, it is here. Yep.
Well, that pub's closed.
Looks it.
That's the town centre. It's closed.
Hotel Bayview should be on the left. Less busy than usual. I believe that.
Hotel Bayview. Oh, there's people!
There's people in the pub.
Yes, this is it. Now we've found it.
Good. People outside.
Here we go. Look how busy it is. There must have been something wrong with Ryan's pint, because his looks like that, and mine looks like that. Chicken schnitty with Diane sauce. There it is. And because we're going to seafood town, I'm going to go for seafood every day this week. Right, dinner over. How was that, please?
It was shit.
It was terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was bad.
You had terrible dinner. Your chicken schnitty looked like it was chicken shitty.
Yeah, it looked like dog shit is what it looked like.
Bad times. But the beer was good for you?
Beer's always good for me.
It was cheap, wasn't it?
Yeah, at least it was cheap dinner.
It was cheap and we've eaten. Is the hat necessary in the car?
Let's get us there. I don't want, it's going to fly off the dashboard.
Right, it's 2.5 hours. We're not fucking about. Let's go. We have stopped in the... Hang on a minute. That's better. We have stopped in the middle of nowhere. Where are we? Cowell?
Cowell, yeah.
Not Simon Cowell, but it's spelt the same. Why? I hear you cry. Because we have 93 kilometres range left and about... Well, we're nearly on empty, aren't we?
And we've got 116 kilometres to go.
Yeah. Are you going to push? Or...
We're going to do a Flintstone sort of job.
Yeah. But remember, I have a full tank of gas.
Gas?
Yeah. In the back. So I'm going to fill the car up with the gas.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Is that content? Me just filling a petrol tank up from a petrol tank that I've been carrying around with me all week? This is the most travelled petrol, to be fair, in Australia.
I'll just sit here and entertain the viewers while you do that.
Thanks for lending me this.
It's okay. I mean, you haven't needed it.
No, I'm glad I haven't needed it, but...
You didn't need it. I told you wouldn't need it, and... I actually surprised at how small the tank is.
What, in the Swift?
Yeah,
That is the only thing that lets it down.
I'm really surprised that we are having to do this. I mean, you didn't have to do this, but having to fill up on the way to Port Lincoln is crazy to me.
I am not saying anything about the Swift, pro or bad, until I hand it back. Because I don't want to jinx it.
Mm. Alright, what do you got to say for yourself?
You're watching a random bloke fill a petrol tank in the middle of the Outback in a Suzuki Swift. And it's paying my mortgage, so thank you very much. Well, it's nearly, what, 10:30 at night, but we have made it. Ryan is through the cage. Let's just get in and have a look. First impressions. Please tell me, Ryan, is it any good or are we going to get murdered? Both? Smells of fly spray. Okay. Sweet Mary, this is huge.
It's great. It's massive, yeah. Not bad.
Well,
So how much was this?
for 5 nights, it's about $800.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
So, we're good to go. We have arrived. It's 10:30, like I said. What do you reckon to the accommodation, Ryan?
It's great.
It's okay, isn't
The
it?
bathroom is a bit hair going, but...
It's better than the metal dunny I stopped at the side of the Billabong Road about 8 hours ago. I have worked out that I've been driving today for nearly 18 hours. And I am shagged.
I worked a whole day today, so... Yeah, good work. It must have been hard to be on holiday, isn't it, mate?
You've done really well. I don't know how much of this is actually going to end up in the final video. This is us driving from Adelaide to, where are we? Port Tumby?
Tumby Bay.
Tumby Bay. Everywhere's a port somewhere.
So this isn't.
The plan for
Tumby Bay.
Fair enough. The plan for tomorrow is to grab some brekkie and a coffee and go and see the local area. Go and see... I think this is Port Tumby again. Where are we?
We're in Tumby Bay.
Tumby
We
Bay.
might go to Port Lincoln tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll go all over the place.
We'll go
Port
wherever.
Lincoln's like 30 minutes that
Yeah,
way.
we'll figure it
out. Good. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hype. What are you most excited to see? Is it Ryan in his swim shorts? Or is it John in the shark cage?
Wait and see.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, like, subscribe, hype, the usual stuff from the two boys from Lincolnshire. One down under and one down over. See you later.
Goodbye forever.
Forever? Oh, that's ominous as he goes into the dunny. See you later. Thanks for watching this latest video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, I've selected a couple more videos for you, especially on this page. You might enjoy those, and don't forget to subscribe to always keep up to date with the channel.